Welcome to A Cow's Opinion, the only show on the internet where I, the advanced gaming cow, give you my opinion. Now, remember that a cow's opinion is the opinion of a cow, and it is a moot point, which means it doesn't really matter. I am the cow, and today, in a very special opinion video, we had the Nintendo Direct for September. Now, let's review something real quick. There was also a PlayStation event today. In fact, they purposefully scheduled it on the same day as the Nintendo Direct. But I had to watch the Nintendo Direct over my lunch break because I was at work. And also, I have not watched the PlayStation one yet. I may make a video for it, but what I'm here, it was really short. And while it had some cool games, it's a little weird that they purposely put that out. Sony's acting really stupid lately. They are complaining about Microsoft buying Call of Duty when they pay for exclusivity all the time. And then they're trying to take out Nintendo's Fire on their schedule. Sony's just, I don't know what's going on there. They're acting kind of like they need their diapers changed or something. It doesn't matter. Today, we're going to look at some big news, and one of the biggest news is that the sequel to Breath of the Wild is Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. And this is unfortunately, shortly after the Queen of the UK died, and Tears of the Kingdom is probably the title that got them to not do the direct live in the UK. But it looked really cool. It was a very short glimpse, as they say in the article. It's going to be released on May 12th, and it looks fantastic. I did not play the last one, Breath of the Wild. I understood that it had this weird thing where you had weapon breakage, and a lot of people were not into that. But if they fix that, maybe we'll play this. I don't know. Oh, here's a game I love. I love Pikmin. And Pikmin 4 is finally coming next year. And funnily enough, they started the Pikmin segment by showing you their new mobile game for Pikmin. It's just a cute little walking simulator thing to get you to move out, not be as fat anymore. But, I hope people at Activision Blizzard were taking notes because, as you recall, Diablo Immortal was hyped up as this really big announcement. It turned out to be this really stupid mobile buy-in that fans in the Americas and Europe, which is what the BlizzCon is devoted to, don't really want. Whereas here, they're like, hey, here's our mobile game. Oh, and by the way, Pikmin 4, and that's how you're supposed to do it. It's okay to have mobile games, but, man, give us the mainline stuff, too, or at least tell us, hey, here's the release date, and it's coming out then, and we'll have more later. But just let you know, we ain't just cashing in. We're doing actual stuff. Fire Emblem Engage announced as a new mainline game. Now, if you can see multicolored hair anime VTuber here, people thought that was a prank that somebody did. About a month or two ago, there were screenshots showing them, like, that can't be real. Oh, it's real. It's real. So Fire Emblem Engage is set forth a story 1,000 years after Four Kingdoms sealed away the great evil known as the Fell Dragon. The Fell Dragon looks like a cross between a wyvern and a cobra, and it's kind of freaky looking. I like it. And Engage, players will become a divine dragon called Alear. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it looks like you can choose male or female avatar as you want, who must work to collect emblem rings to bring peace back to the continent of Elios, whatever. Along your journey, you will even be able to collect previous Fire Emblem characters like Martha. So it has this. It's coming out in January 20th. It's not a terribly long wait. It has this really cool function where, if you've played any of the recent ones that were on the 3DS, you know that you could pair up two characters. Instead of doing that, you get these rings that hold previous Fire Emblem characters, and you give it to these new characters, and then kind of like JoJo, that functions as like their stand or ghost fighter, and they gain new powers and stats and everything. It looks like a really cool compromise. It does not seem to have from what little they showed, it did not seem to have the army battles from Three Houses. It looks more like it's going to be you just leading a squad of troops again, instead of these vast armies. But I'm into it, and maybe this will be on the channel too. Kirby comes back as Dreamland Deluxe brings the Wii Classic to the Switch. I love Kirby, as you've probably seen later on this show. You'll see it later too. This is almost certainly going to be here. And it has up to 4-player multiplayer. I don't think I have that many friends who like Kirby, but February 24th, Kirby Dreamland Deluxe is coming to your Wii, and it looks adorably awesome. You can even play as DDD. This was a really cool surprise and something I did not expect. Also on February 24th of next year, Octopath Traveler Ii. It seems to be set in a new world, which is good. Because, or maybe it's the same world, but it's later in time. Because now you can see they have a more like Victorian, European style on the modern take on these. The warrior is not like this samurai dude. They had trains and it looked really amazing. I'm hopeful that they took care of some of the issues that Octopath Traveler 1 had. Obviously, we're not going to get anything until closer to release date. This is one to keep an eye on. This would be on the channel if I had not played it prior to getting the ability to put stuff on the channel. But I have the technology now. Bayonetta 3 got a very hype trailer. Talked about in the first one, she fought angels to get her memories back. In the second one, she fought demons to get her friend back. And now in the third, she's fighting to save the world from a bunch of bioweapons called homunculi. Finally coming out on October 28th. I don't know if I'll play this. I've never played Bayonetta before. So I understand it. It's kind of like Devil May Cry with the over-stylized things. So I don't know. But it had a lot of stuff to it. It may not be YouTube safe. I don't know, but we'll look into it. Final Fantasy Thematic, which is their little, hit buttons to the beat thing for Final Fantasy. It looks pretty cool and cute. It was cute. But no, it looked really interesting. Has a season pass. Will add 90 new songs, not just from Final Fantasy, but from Nier, Octopath, and Live Alive, or Live Alive as they call it. Going to be on February 6th. February is looking pretty damn hype for Nintendo. GoldenEye, Mario Party. So they had a bunch of N64 games on Switch. They're going to have the first 2 Pokemon Stadiums. They're going to have the first 3 Mario Parties. GoldenEye 007 is coming with online play if you want it. 1080 Snowboarding, Pilot Wings, Excitebike 64. So they're bringing some really cool heavy hitters over to the Switch. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion is going to come out on December 13th. It's a remaster of the PSP Classic. It was a really cool little what happened prior to the events of Final Fantasy VII action RPG. It doesn't really interest me, but I know that 7 is one of the most popular universes, and a lot of you probably like it, and that's cool. Next wave of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Track Pass is coming, and they showed off a couple of tracks of that, and that was fun. The Nintendo Switch Sports is going to get its free golf mode this holiday. It's been pushed back from fall, which is unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Mario Strikers Battle. Thank God this is out. There's a bunch of political ads coming here, and I don't want those on here, but Mario Strikers Battle League got its second free update this month. It's going to add Diddy and Pauline, as well as new gear, new stadium, new rankings, all kinds of things. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 second wave of DLC adds the new mechanical hero called Ino. You do her quest, she joins you. It's not very hard, as I understand. And they also teased wave 3 of their DLC. Splatoon 3, holy God. Everybody I know is playing this, except for me, because I've just never... I think it's fun, though, that Nintendo does this. Like, Mortal Kombat and other games are doing really well, but we don't want to make bloody games. We'll make... we're going to make Smash Brothers, and maybe that'll work, and it sells a lot. First-person shooter games are really popular, but we don't like to make all that violent stuff. We're going to make one where you just, shoot paint, and we'll see how that goes. And Splatoon is very valuable. It's kind of funny how Nintendo will be like, look, we're not going to make super bloody, super violent stuff. It's not all jam, but we can take the core ideas and make it safe and fun for Nintendo, and they really can. It's amazing. Resident Evil Village Cloud. This is something I'm not too sure about, especially because I have a PC and PlayStation, all kinds of stuff. But basically, the cloud version lets you play Resident Evil 8 So you have to stream from the cloud. Ugh. Can you tell I'm trying to do this after work? I'm sorry, you guys. But the cloud version will be released on October 28th. There's a demo now if you want it. And later, the Switch is also going to have cloud versions of Biohazard, Resident Evil 7, and then Resident Evil 2 and 3, which also got remakes recently. They do look pretty freaking awesome. I mean, cloud gaming is not quite there yet, in my opinion. I know it might be the wave of the future. I'm cognizant of this. I also know it's not for right now. Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life is getting a remake as Story of Seasons, which is really cool. So it's basically if you don't know this, two companies were involved in Harvest Moon on the GameCube as well as others. And then they couldn't come to agreement. So one of them makes Story of Seasons and one of them makes Harvest Moon now. But basically this is the remake for Wonderful Life. You can have two puppies in this one. I did not know this. Oh my god. Guys, I'm going to be farming this summer. I'm going to be farming this summer. It's going to happen. Okay? It's going to happen. If I can have multiple dogs if they can be good boys, I'm getting this ranching game again. I don't care. And then Fae Farm, which is an RPG mix of magic and farming, was also announced. Takes place in Azoria, which is probably just fantasy Arizona. And players will need to use their skills and spells to help rebuild the world. It looked good as well. And then Harvestella is getting a demo today ahead of November. Guys, basically farming games are blowing up huge. I'm going to give most of that to the wonderful... What's that game on Steam? I played it only for like 20 hours and I liked it, but it didn't catch me. But there was a game on Steam. Make sure I'm not accidentally... Categories. Is Farming Sim a category I can look at? I'm checking, hang on. By God, we have gotten off on this tangent and we're going to solve it right now. Farming. What is it called? What is it called? What is it called? Not Little World, but that's kind of in the vein. Top sellers probably will help me. Stardew Valley, there we go. And yeah, I have it. Stardew Valley came out. It was a one-man team. It was a very big passion project. It's amazing. It's really fun. I did not super catch on to it, but it is really fun. And now you just prove that farming simulations are, viable. This happens every once in a while. People, JRPGs are dead. Oh, action adventure is dead. Oh, mecha is dead. And then something comes out because people are like, no, I really like this. I'm going to make my dream game now. And they make their dream game and it tells all the other small and large developers, oh, you can make money with this again. Okay. So that's just how it is. Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse will come to the West for the first time ever. It was from 2008 and never released in the West. The story follows Ruka Minazuki, who must travel to an abandoned hospital to use the camera obscura to rediscover her lost memories and repel the evil spirits. Basically, it's a very cool, scary game. Early 2023, somebody better hit the Scary Game Squad. I need them to play this if I don't, just so I can have fun. Tunic Adventures is a really cool PC and Xbox port, I believe, that is coming onto the Switch a couple of weeks, actually. Yeah, exactly 2 weeks from today. It Takes Two is coming out on the Switch. This is a charming two-player co-op from the same people who do things like... He does this. He does two-player co-op games that make you play together, and they're really fun. Sifu will come out in November 8th. Here's a big one that I loved. Front Mission 1 Remake and Front Mission 2 Remake got a new look. They looked a lot better. The first game's coming out in November. The second game's coming out next year. And they are working on, oh my god, guys, Front Mission 3. 3 is regarded by many, including myself, as the best in this series. It was fun. It was awesome. Sadly, it did away with the large-scale fights of 1 and 2. And they've never really moved past like 3 to 6 man squads for the most part. But, you know, maybe that'll change. I'm hopeful that these do well. I'm going to be playing them. But I'm hopeful that they do well because I want more front mission. Even if you have to reboot the franchise, don't care, just give it to me. Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End of the Secret Key comes next year. It's a release that has not happened yet, but it's coming November 24th. February is really crammed. Tales of Symphonia Remastered will let you play the GameCube title again. I played it. It was really fun. The only downside I have to Tales games is that they require a lot more button presses to do even just a regular battle. So my hands get kind of tired sometimes. Danganronpa creators have announced their newest game, Detective Archives Rain Code. I think it's called that because... No, it's called... Oh, that's a typo. I was about to say, I don't recall 2 O's when I was watching the Direct. But you are an amnesiac detective Yuna who must work to solve crimes in a corporate-controlled metropolis. How is that different from our current disturbing dystopia of a life? I don't know. But it's coming out spring. Danganronpa was a really cool series, and I am up for at least giving it a chance. Spongebob Squarepants, the Cosmic Shake, will come to Switch next year. And it's going to have all the show's voice actors, so that will be pretty cool. Rune Factory 3 is getting a new life in 2023. First released on the DS in 2009. It's a remake. I'm not really interested in it, but it was confirmed that a brand new Rune Factory game is going to be released in the future, and that I am interested in. I just like farming, guys. I like building things. Now, here's something that kind of caught my attention. Various Daylife is a new immersive RPG that is available today. You go to the continent of Antosia to feature job progression. It looks an innovative battle system. It looked pretty cool. It's out today. There's other stuff coming out that I don't know if we can fit it in yet, but it might be cool to see. I will have to check. We'll have to give it some thought. Radiant Silvergun arrives later today with its classic arcade shoot-up. It's one of those really old arcadey like shooters that looked really cool. Factorio finally comes onto the Switch, and you can even play with a friend cross-platform. Very nice, very cool to see. Ib is a creepy adventure set in an art gallery. I told you it was a lot of stuff, guys. We gotta look over. So basically, you're a young girl who goes to see an art gallery and suddenly gets like zapped to some weird place. And multiple endings, choice matters. It could be a really cool little game to check out, guys. Keep it on your radar. Oddballers is a dodgeball game coming next year, up to 6 players. Here's one that made me laugh. Fitness Boxing, Fist of the North Star, is taking the lovable anime that people adore and making it into a boxing fitness simulator. Just Dance 23. Don't really care, but you know what? They keep making them because they got to be selling. So good if you want it, good for you. And then the last one is that the Endless Dungeon is also coming out on the Switch. You and up to 3 of your friends. In the trailer, they said up to 3 people, but maybe that I misheard or they, because 4-player would be kind of cool. Endless Dungeon is a part of the Endless Universe, which is, for the most part, strategy games. This seems to be more of an action roguelike where you play with friends. And in a world where Diablo may not be viable because people don't want to support Blizzard, maybe it's okay to play. But guys, that is everything. I'll look at the PlayStation stuff real quick, see if that's worth a video for you too. And if it is, you will get later today. If not, then you know that Sony shot their shot and failed hard, failed sad. Guys, this is A Cow's Opinion. Thank you so much for all the support, the views, and the comments, subscribes, and likes that you guys have been giving me. I really appreciate them. Let me know down in the comments which games were you happy to see? Which games do you want to get? Did you see anything that you're like, why is this even coming out? My God, this sucks. Or is there something that you were really hyped to hopefully see and didn't get to see this time? Let me know, and we will continue playing. I really do want to check out that one game that came out today, though. Where? Not Tunic. We may have to try that. I don't know. But we'll see you next time.